Hello and welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm
And
Cheryl,
I'm Sherry.
and we're here to encourage someone to
Mm-hmm.
stand guard, right?
Stand guard.
Right?
On guard, on guard.
Right. Because here's the thing, no one can protect you like you can protect you, right?
Right.
So, what I'm saying by that is protect your peace of mind,
Mm-hmm.
protect your heart,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because let me go ahead and give you an example. Like, someone knocked on my door the other day. Now,
Okay.
mind you, I have the ring camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of him ringing the bell, he's knocking as if he's a friend of mine. I
Okay.
guess he was
Oh.
hoping that I would just go to the door and open the door, right? So
Okay.
so that he can sell me something, right?
Okay, I get you.
So yeah, the knock was like one of those. As a matter of fact, Q just came and did the same knock.
Okay,
right?
got you. Yeah.
So I guess that's his tactic to get someone to just open the
the
door and he can catch him off guard. But what he didn't know is I have my ring set up to where as soon as you step in the driveway, it alerts me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that's where a lot of people are. But so I was saying that to say, had I just gone to the door without looking at the ring, then I would have been stuck, talking to him, right?
Exactly.
So again, you just have to stand guard. Who you let in,
right.
what you let in,
Right.
in the natural, what you look at on TV.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, the mind.
Right.
Once
right.
anything is set in the
Mhm.
mind, there it is. Like news, you turn on the news, it's always something bad, right?
That's so true.
And so you can't get that out of your head. Or if
Mhm.
you're looking on any kind of social media or anything,
Mhm.
anything that's going on, there you are. You're thinking on that, right? So
Exactly.
again, you just have to guard your
Your
heart
heart.
and your mind, like
Right.
what you're going to let in,
Right.
what you're going to feed off
Mhm.
of, look,
Right.
what you're going to think on, right?
What you're dwelling on. You
What
just
you're dwelling
said that.
on, right?
You said that's a perfect point in the natural, but I'm gonna go ahead with the spiritual.
Mhm.
On Proverbs 4:23, it says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence." So that's your heart, soul, mind.
Mhm.
That's a 1 and 3. You always talking about trinities. That's 1 and 3 because
Okay.
if I'm guarding my heart, I'm also, as you said, guarding my mind. So
Mhm.
I'm mindful of what I'm listening to, looking at, allowing in, as
Mhm.
far as that goes.
Right.
Even in the physical, it says with all diligence. And so
All
that's
diligence,
heart,
right?
all,
Mhm.
with all your
Everything.
mind, with
Mhm.
everything that you can put in, listen to. Because sometimes, think about, there was a song or something that you heard,
Mhm.
you were minding your business, but that song,
Can't
you
get
heard
that-
it,
that
you can't go to
stupid
sleep
song
for
out
the
your
stupid
mind.
going over and over and over. And you're
Right.
like, what in the world?
Mhm.
So, guard your heart, your mind, your soul.
Mhm.
It says, for out of it are the issues of life.
Oh, there it is.
So you,
So
and I'm going to go back to this, if I can go back, you said the news. The news is good, and the news is very. I'm not gonna say forthcoming, but the news is it is awareness. And sometimes you are so aware and so caught up, invested in a story that had absolutely nothing to do with you. And then here you are with everybody else's stress onto your added stress,
right?
onto what you
What
can
you
be
already going through,
have
right?
going
Already
through, or
going
even
through.
if you're not going through, you can be happy. But then you hear a story, and then you're like, wow. And here you are down because just think about this. This family yesterday was traveling on their way to an amusement park and had an accident. And in that accident, a lot of them, the whole car and another car, they lost their lives with the exception of one. And then just that second, I absolutely do not know these people from Adam.
Yeah, but you were.
But it tore me down.
Mhm.
And so that's the kind of stuff. I'm not saying not to watch the news, but you can't dwell on that stuff and then their problems become your problems. Their issues become your issues because you heard it and you let it bother you. You let it in and you just kept dwelling on it and dwelling on it.
But I think we as people, though, that's
I'm
what we
not
do,
saying
right?
we do, and I'm not saying not to be compassionate because we are compassionate people. But I'm saying you cannot take on these stressors, right? Because next thing you know, you're sitting around depressed,
right?
Oppressed, and,
right,
and all of that. Because and then singing these old spiritual hymns, like "Come See About Me." When nobody can protect your heart, your mind, and your spirit the way that you can. Right. So don't just go collecting all this stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with you. I mean, and as a matter of fact, I'm saying go back and help somebody else protect themselves. You know, let's end it there because we got somebody coming in here invading our space that we don't want to. A 4-year-old, yeah, he's coming in. We're not gonna let him in. All right, we're gonna end it as we always do. Go ahead and like us,
share us,
talk to us, leave us some comments, but don't burn us down.
Right?
All right?
Okay.
We're not gonna let you anyway.
No, look, I have to admit they've all been positive, right?
They all are.
And thank you guys for being so receptive to us and even purchasing our book, The Naturally Spiritual, right? So we thank you guys and really appreciate everything that you've done with us, for us, right?
Right. And then we just gonna end this thing as we always say. We pray that you guys have an awfully blessed day.
Good night.